So I'm sure if you go to a high school anywhere, you guys have a thing called the senior prank, right? It's when every year before the final class graduates, they do a prank, whether it's on the school or just the teachers in general. But in my old school, my elementary school actually, we had a thing where it only went up to 8th grade. So when you were in 8th grade, you were kind of like the senior of that school, and we had 8th grade pranks, believe it or not. It was pretty fucking stupid, actually, now that I think about it, because every single year, the class would get together and they would do like a prank on the other students or just on the school in general. And it would never really exceed the limit. There was like kind of some boundaries when you did it. I remember one of my friends who was in 8th grade while I was kind of younger told me that they like do really, really minor shit. You know what I mean? Like they would occasionally do something bad, like, saran wrap the people's computers and shit. Like he'd go into the teacher's room and saran wrap the computers and stuff. And it was kind of fucked up to do something like that. But he also told me that year he had something big planned with the rest of his class for 8th grade. And when an 8th grader says he has something big planned, you don't really expect too much from it, you know what I mean? Even being little like I was. But yeah, fast forward some time and we were to the end of the year and the 8th graders were planning their senior prank, quote unquote. And we didn't know what it was going to be. I kind of like it because when the seniors would do their prank, or the 8th graders anyway, let's just say 8th graders. When the 8th graders would do their pranks, we kind of got free time off. Basically, when the pranks would come out, everyone would get called out of class to go and see what happened, and we would just get free time. Like, who doesn't fucking like that in school, right? So anyway, some time goes by, and I'm just waiting. I'm like, one of the 8th graders is going to come in and say, come see what we did. I was kind of excited to see what they did, and no one was calling us out. I was like, fuck, dude, did they really not come through this year? They didn't do anything? And my little ass is just sitting there being like, well, gonna have to sit here and circle bubbles on a paper for much longer. And I'm sitting there working, thinking that they're not gonna do anything this year and that it was just one big fucking lie. And I'm disappointed, right? And then I fucking hear something. I hear shit tons of footsteps. Like, the stairwell was right by our classroom, so you could hear people coming down the stairs, and it sounded like a whole class. So I was like, oh shit, this is it. They're gonna come down, they're gonna fucking tell us to come out and see what the prank was. So I'm sitting here, I'm just waiting, you know what I mean? And they come up to the door, and I see one peek in. Like, there was one 8th grader that kind of peeked in and looked at us, and I made eye contact with him, and then he quickly, peeked away. And I told the teacher, I was like, look, the 8th graders are out there, and she's like, oh, they're probably just doing their prank. And I'm just eagerly sitting there like, yeah, I fucking hope so. They're taking forever. And all of a sudden I hear one of them scream. Now, it wasn't just like a normal scream. It was a sentence, kind of, All I heard was, everybody run! And I was like, oh god, what are they about to do? Is there going to be like a fake fire drill or some shit, you know what I mean? Because I saw smoke outside of the door, and I thought they were going to fake a fire, or maybe put a fog machine in the hallway or something, you know what I mean? Like some minor shit, you know what I mean? A fog machine's not going to scare anyone. But the door opened, and there was a smoke bomb in the hallway, like a legit firework smoke bomb. And I was like, dude, why did they smoke out the hallway? Like, that's kind of fucked up. Like, they're getting in trouble for that. And we went out to the hallway to see what was going on because, there's smoke. The fire alarm was probably going to get pulled eventually. So, we're walking into the hallway. We're making our way to the exit to get outside because, there's fucking smoke in the hallway. And when we walk out into the hallway, I noticed something sitting in the middle of the hallway. It looked like a big fucking, stuffed animal almost, like a fur ball kind of thing. And we walked towards it, and my teacher was even looking at it, and she's like, all right, I don't know what that is. Walk around it. And when we got closer, it fucking scurried. Like, it got up and ran. And I was like, is that a fucking rat? These fucking 8th graders legitimately planted a rat in the middle of the hallway and then smoked it out so that we'd get, distracted or something, right? And we saw the fucking rat, we all started running because it's a fucking rat in a school. What do you do when you see a rat in your hallway, you know what I mean? Especially if you don't know if it's from a store, if it's just from outside, what if it wasn't part of the prank? What if there's just a fucking rat that wandered into the school? So they're all running, thinking it's some rabies-infested, beast, and I'm just like, oh, shit, dude, there's a fucking rat in the hallway. And it was big, it was a big motherfucker. So, I wasn't gonna get close to this thing, I wasn't, terrified, but I was a little freaked out, you know what I mean? So I kind of walked quickly by it and got to the exit and ran out there with the principal and shit like that. And we saw a huge line of people out there. The fire alarm got pulled when I got out there. And the principal immediately started screaming at us, saying, who did this? Why did this happen? Why is there a goddamn rat in the middle of the school hallway? Questions that he wanted answered. And can you guess what happened? Can you guys guess? Yeah, no one fucking owned up to it. No one said who did it. I wasn't going to say who did it because I kind of had an idea. But it didn't even end up being him either. It wasn't the kid that told me the plan. And yeah, fucking no one owned up to it. The whole 8th grade class got lunch detention for a few weeks too, but only lunch detention was actually kind of not even a bad punishment. If I tried to put a rat in my old high school and got caught, I would probably get fucking expelled because, it's a rat. But anyway, guys, you're probably wondering, well, how do you get the rat out of the school? Did you see it happen? Do you know how they got it out of the school? They didn't end up calling the police. I guess the whole prank was supposed to just be the smoke bomb. They were just going to smoke the hallway with like a little fireworks smoke thing, and that was going to be it. But a student thought it'd be a good idea to bring a rat in. I don't know if it was his pet. If it was his pet, RIP, because I don't know what they did with the thing. It probably got killed, to be honest. Hashtag RIP rat in the comments. Yeah, this teacher, she put on oven mitts, and she literally went into the hallway and grabbed the thing. Okay, and for everyone that just took that little comment I made serious, it was a complete joke. The rat didn't die. She took it and released it into the woods by the school because, yeah, I guess she was feeling nice and she put it in a box and it didn't die, okay? So anyone that's like super PETA and didn't want to fucking hear that, the rat is okay? Just, there you go. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's little story. If you did enjoy today's video, leave a like and I'll do some more stories from elementary school. And yeah, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.